Hey everyone, I'm going to create a tutorial today on how to route an external sound to the low pass filter. Now what I have currently up is I just loaded a new song. Doesn't have anything in it. I have my virus TI off to the right, which you can't see, but you'll notice that I have up here I have the sound routed into it, into the external in L and the external in right. And so if I play a note, right now all you can hear is the sound from the Spectralis. So I'm going to go to Set Routing and go to the first page, and I'm going to turn off all of the oscillators to trigger group 1. Now what I'm going to end up doing in the end is, hopefully, get the sound routed in and then have it just going through the low pass filter, utilizing the low pass filter's envelope generator. So first, let's just route the sound in, so that's what we can hear. So we'll hit filter bank level, and then you'll hit the external in, and you'll get this screen. And let's just let it go through the sum output. So that's going through the left, and then on the second page is the right. So now that's all you'll hear from. That's what the virus sounds like. But that's not what the person who wanted a tutorial on this wanted, so we'll turn that down. So what you'll see is that we can route it through the low pass, the multi-mode filter, or the filter bank. And let's just do the low pass filter. We'll turn up both sides, the left and the right input. Now you'll hear it coming through there. And let's turn the envelope generator amplitude down. And so you can hear it's coming through there. Now the reason it is, if you look, we're actually on the analog synth, and you can see that if you go into set routing and go to page 2 of 3, you'll see that the low pass filter is being activated by trigger group 1. So now if we wanted to change the envelope generator for when it opens, we'll go to the EG depth and go to page 2, and that's the low pass, that's the volume envelope. So we can have the attack later. Or however you want to modify it. And so you can see, if you wanted to change for the low pass the cutoff envelope as well, you can do that. But basically, if you're just looking to route the sound into these different filters, and you don't, and you want it to be activated through its envelope generators, that's how you'd go about it. If you wanted the sound to just go through the low pass filter without going through the low pass filter's envelope generators, you can bypass that. We can turn this down so you won't hear anything through the low pass filter. And so what we'll do is just press in, when you're on this analog synth part, the envelope generator, and then turn up, it's on page 1 of 2. You can go to page 2 of 2, and you'll have it go through the low pass. So now, without dealing with the envelope generator, you'll have your synth or whatever part you want going through that filter to sound. Now we can do this through the multi-mode filter too, so let's turn that down. And when you're still in the filter bank level, click this encoder above part 16, and we'll turn the low pass down, multi-mode up on both the left and the right. Okay. Now we'll go to, can't hear anything right now. Well, I have the high pass filter on, so let's just turn the low pass on. And let's go into low pass. We'll open the cutoff, turn the resonance down, and make sure that the sound is actually routed to the bus. And there you have it. It was going through the low pass, which was not open. And you can see if we click set routing, go to page 2 of 3, you have the multi-mode. It's activated by trigger group 1, which since I'm in analog synth part, well, the part 1, then you'll see that it's being activated. Now, of course, if we clicked, let's turn off all the oscillators. And that's on page 1 of 3, and now when they're all set to that, they're not activated by trigger groups. Let's say you wanted it going through trigger group 2. Well, now when I press my keys on my virus, you can't hear anything. So we would have to then, we exit out, and you hold the analog synth when you have the select up. Hold that button, and we'll go to part 13. And there you go, now it's activated again. So you could have that being on trigger group 2 or 3. See, let's go to set routing, go to multi-mode being activated by trigger group 3, and exit, and then hold, and we get the same thing. So that's pretty much how to route an external sound through these filters. Definitely make sure that you're on the analog synth part if you want it to be triggered by the envelope generators. So if you have any questions, feel free to write to me or ask, and I'll see if I can answer any of your questions. But that's basically how you do it. Hope this helped. Thanks.